Hey everyone, my name is Mike. I'm founder and CEO of the 30A Company, a beach lifestyle brand here in Santa Rosa Beach, Florida. I've learned over the years there are certain purchases you can make in life that will forever change your happiness. It will forever change the way you live your life. For example, 15 years ago when Angela and I moved to Florida without knowing a soul with our 4 children, I had no idea that we would eventually start a business that would become so important to our community and so important to millions of fans nationwide. Purchasing a kayak and a jet ski that enabled our family to get out on the water and to explore Choctawhatchee Bay changed the way we view the world. Same with importing my Land Rover Defender from Great Britain. Now just driving to the grocery store feels like an adventure. So purchases that you make can forever change your lifestyle and also change your happiness. I'm here to tell you one of those purchases I've made is a 30A electric bike by YOLO Board. Instead of being able to pedal 4 miles to the end of your street or the end of your neighborhood, now you can go 40 miles with the same effort. You can go 50 miles or even 60 miles. You're outdoors, you're getting exercise, but you're able to go farther and you're able to go faster. I can't tell you the last time I drove my truck to work. I now ride my bike. Pretty much anyone who wants to meet with me gets to meet me at my favorite beachfront happy hour spot, and I just jump on my bike and go down the sidewalk, and that's how I travel now. So I will tell you that don't think you're not getting exercise. You're absolutely getting exercise. You're getting outside. You're going to be able to explore your community in ways that you've never been able to explore before. You're going to feel like a kid again. So if you're interested in changing your life in a positive way that's going to get you outdoors, going to get you more exercise, and just make you happy, a 30A electric bike by YOLO Board is a surefire way to do it. So I want to encourage you to click the link, check them out. I can't recommend them enough. It really has changed the way I live.
What's going on, everybody? We're breaking into the Facebook page today. It's Corey with 30A Radio. I'm super excited to bring in my guest today. It is the guy that created the 30A YOLO electric bikes, or YOLO 30A electric bikes. I've got Jeff Archer with us. Jeff, how are you? Oh, you're muted. I bet a lot of people wish they could do that. How are you, buddy?
Oh, good, man. How are you doing?
You're at an undisclosed location, so tell us where you're at today.
Well, I wish I could say somewhere sexy like one of the state parks or something like that, but I'm parked in front of my new warehouse waiting for a contractor.
That's awesome. So we have a really great show today because we have Ann Delaney with us as well. And the reason Ann is with us is she is on the cover of this issue of Beach Happy magazine, which features the YOLO 30A electric bikes and, of course, the big dogs that you see on the cover there. So, Jeff, let's talk about the bikes in general. You brought them into the market a couple of years ago. There was nothing like them here, really. And now they're kind of taking over the area, and it's almost an essential tool that we have here.
Well, you know, when we first started looking at electric, we'd already been into the beach cruisers for several years. So we were already seeing that people really like to ride bikes, especially in the small areas of the little townships that they're in. When it started to be the longer stretches, you know, it becomes a little bit more challenging. And I always tell people, if you've ever ridden a bicycle from one end of 30A to the other, you've gotten a good workout that day if you were on a bicycle. And most people really aren't up for that. Actually, Jason from Pedigo was the guy who opened my eyes to that this could be great transportation for 30A and maybe kind of be one of our solutions for, you know, as we get more crowded, you know, how people can move around and still have fun and still have a quality of life that's actually even better than being in your car. You know, once you ride these things around, you see the territory that you can cover, and being immersed outside is really cool. So once we started going down the rabbit hole, you know, it was just we started enjoying it. I'm riding mine all over the place. I got Mike Ragsdale. Mike's riding his all over the place, and Ann Delaney there, Ann and Casey are riding theirs every weekend all over the place, and going to the beach and to the bars and all the stuff. So, you know, it's going to be fun to watch the evolution of e-bikes on 30A as that community grows and people see, you know, how much it enhances the experience of being here.
Absolutely. And it's good to have you with us today. Can you tell us your first impressions of an electric bike?
Well, definitely I've tried, I think the first time I was told about the bikes when I went to the Paddlepalooza at the Bay, I think a few years ago. And that's when I met Jeff for the first time. And he told me to hit him up and he would let us use the bikes. And I remember Casey and I went from, I believe, Rosemary side all the way to Grayton area. And we've had our own bikes and there's no shot we would ever have gone on our normal bikes all the way to over there. And so really for us with Casey and I both have the Bolt bikes. We purchased them back in March during quarantine. We knew we were going to have a lot more time on our hands to be outdoors. And honestly, like I prefer the Bolts because I love going in the trails. And I've never, besides running the trails where I would only go for, 10 minutes at a time or 30 minutes at a time, being able to go through the trails I start around Blue Mountain Beach and go all the way to Seagrove. And I've never been able to experience anything like that. And we go on the beach with them now. And honestly, like what Jeff was saying, or Mike said in the video, I live in Blue Mountain. I don't take my car anymore to the beach. I just pack my cooler and just bike on over there. And I really prefer it. I feel like a kid when I'm on it.
That is the fun thing about being on a bike, and especially electric bike. It's just awesome, and it does put a smile on your face. Jeff, what has changed since you first put the bikes out to now? What has just gotten almost too awesome about the electric bikes?
Been cool to watch. It's kind of like with paddleboarding, we got to watch awareness happen. When we first started, Tom Losey and I, we first started paddling paddleboards around. People thought we were knuckleheads. They really did. I was thinking about this the other day. That I still remember a local developer here, very successful local developer. I was in the furniture business prior to this, coming in and seeing the boards in the warehouse and asking me what I was doing. And he really thought I might have a screw loose. I mean, he thought that it was not a good idea. And, he questioned all the things. And, that has happened the whole path with YOLO board. When we first started doing beach cruisers, I remember somebody saying that, why beach paddle boards, beach cruiser? And they didn't quite get the lifestyle connection. So watching awareness happen with these electric bikes is so fun because, even myself, when I first was introduced to the idea of electric bikes, because I was a bike rider, I kind of was like, I don't know, man, it kind of sounds lazy. I ride every Saturday.
Right.
And I wouldn't want to lose that. And it really took my build team kind of pushing it on me, and they ended up building one for me. And I rode it one day when I didn't feel very well, and I rode 26 miles that day. And exactly to what Ann said, I felt like a little kid again. And, just like that aha moment I had on the paddleboard, I was like, oh man, everybody wants to feel like a kid again. And it
Right.
literally makes you feel like a kid because you have the energy that just doesn't stop. You just kind of keep going. And so that's been fun, is to watch the awareness, to see how much new places you can go explore. People they think they know 30A. They don't know 30A until they've explored 30A from a bicycle, now an electric bike, or a paddle board. Then these little parts of 30A, those parts that make it so special, and the parts that I always laugh, I never see anybody at. They're not crowded, by the way. So when people are talking about how crowded it is on 30A, I always think, well, they're definitely not going where I'm going, and they're definitely not getting there how I'm getting there.
So Beach Happy Magazine is out now, and featured on the cover is Ann and her boyfriend, and they rode bikes on the beach. And yes, you don't need a permit for that, but you do need something that's going to help push you through it. And the Bolt is a pretty decent sized bike. It would be difficult to kind of pedal all by itself all the time, especially on the beach. But tell me about the experience riding it on the beach.
I mean, like, in Grayton Beach, you can ride your car on the beach, but being in a bike riding, being by the water and being able to go from, I with one of our friends, Christy Gustafson, her and a group and I think it was 6 of us, and we went from Grayton to Topsail on our bikes and on the electric bikes. And that day I don't know if the water was much more calm than from that photo, but we were going in circles. Like I felt it riding around, and it's the feeling of being able to bike and the water hitting my feet. It's really fun. I can't, there's no other feeling that you can do doing that. And I just really enjoy it. Yeah. And that was such a fun morning. And yeah, you don't need a permit to go to use your bike on the beach or use this bike on the beach. And I don't know, I feel like I'm on a motorcycle on the, to be honest. Whenever
That's super good.
Casey grew up motocross, he said when he goes on the trails, and I usually don't go with him when he wants to go as fast as he does in the trails, but he said it feels like he's on his motocross bike when he used to do that growing up. So I love it. It's so fun.
That's going to be a great Christmas present for somebody this year, don't you think? I mean,
Yes.
an electric bike under the tree, or just go ahead and get it now and enjoy the holidays, right? Go ahead and buy now, because there's some great specials going on this week for the Black Friday or the entire week. Some people are doing the full month of savings just because it's 2020 and we can. So, but yeah, check out YOLO Board online, and they have YOLO bikes, and you can see all of our bikes at 38gear.com, and you can also get out and ride the trails. And there's nothing better than riding a bike on the beach. I can tell you that. And Jeff has a funny story about riding on the beach one time. He wasn't paying attention, and he probably won't even want to tell this story, but he hit one of the lakes was washing out, and I think he hit the thing and he flipped over the handlebars. So the owner of YOLO Board is not a perfect bike rider, right? Oh, hold on, you're muted again. Mitzi wishes she could do that.
Within the first year, I clipped a tree in the state forest and broke 2 ribs.
Oh.
No, I've definitely eaten it. You know, the beach is sporty. I tell people riding the beach is definitely different than riding the pavement. You've got to commit to a little bit of speed, because you need speed on it, and the front tire will get a little wobbly on you, but it is a lot of fun. To me, I love the squeakiness, the sound under your tires. It sounds like you're snow skiing fresh powder. I will add this though, my maintenance guys hate it because you really got to clean that bike good after you get it by that salt water, because that salt water likes to eat up everything. So whenever we do rent them for somebody to take to the bikes, we charge a little extra, because we know we've got 30 minutes to an hour after the ride to really get that baby back. So I always want to put that out there, that these things are not rust proof, but they can get you through some places that you would just be blown away that you're riding a bicycle in that area.
They're fast enough to get away from gators. That's all that matters. Right?
That's right.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in today. Ann, thanks for joining us. Jeff, thanks for joining us. Got a really great look at all the bikes right now, so check it out. Thanks for tuning in.
Looking fly, yeah.